Warning, this game is not suitable for viewers younger than 16, but enjoy family-friendly commentary. Yeah, this is actually quite a pretty area, even though it's like underground and in a crypt and whatnot. But, you know, it's a good change of environment, which I appreciate.
So, good. You've managed to gather all the keys.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. I have everything. What should I start with?
Place the Clement III cross on the console.
Yeah.
Then you have to put the nails on the disc of the door.
Okay. Where to put the nails? Ask her what she chose.
What theme did you start with?
As the fresco shows the birth of Christ, I placed one nail in Bethlehem, one in chapter 2, and one in verse 6. The iris opened a little. I thought it was normal. Behind the aperture of the iris, there is a duct in which I put my hand. I felt something like a valve at the bottom. I thought by turning it the door would open, or the iris would open completely, or something else would happen. Instead, I felt something like an axe cut off my hand.
That is lovely.
I really thought it was the end of me.
What did you do then?
Well, although I had made some unfortunate choices, I was lucky in that Mortimer was well stocked with drugs. I raided his supplies of medicine.
Well, seems like having all the drugs in Manor is helpful for something. I already asked her what she chose.
What hole should I put the nails in?
Well, I can't really advise you there, because I haven't exactly made the best choices myself.
Yeah.
All I can say is that you have to insert one to choose a town, one to choose a chapter, and one to choose a verse. Those are Roman numerals on the disc.
Yeah.
All right, my turn now.
Go ahead, impress me. I'll shut up and let you concentrate.
Oh, God. Oh, puzzles. I love puzzles. Okay. What is this? We didn't really know what it
The
was.
cycle of the moons has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now.
Okay, fine. Well, let's just do it in order. That's the cross. Insert cross in the control panel. And now is it the nails? Guess the theme, then insert nails in door. Okay.
This exegesis contains comments from Judas on the different Gospels. It only contains certain chapters and verses. The chapters are indicated by Roman numerals. The lexicon refers to different chapters and verses from the exegesis of Judas.
Alright. Themes. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's look at that. Or is that not
The
relevant?
cycle of the moons has nothing to do with what I'm doing right
Okay.
now.
So let's have a look at this wheel. Let's see. I'm not sure if these notes are going to be helpful for anything, but correspondence of dates. Ugh. Oh gosh. I'm not great with puzzles. My lord, I have finished improving the lock on your reinforced door. As agreed, you will need several items with which to open it. Analyze the fresco.
The fresco clearly shows the birth of Christ.
Louis, I can assure you that that is not the solution to this enigma. This fresco's only purpose is to mislead. I know that now.
Okay.
Please, focus on another theme about Christ.
We'll have to trust her.
Oh wow, okay.
Yes, it's definitely a representation of the birth of Christ, but some of the details have flaked away. I can't see any other clues. One thing is for sure, this enigma deals with the life of Jesus, like my mother said.
Notice the details. Oh wow, that's a big one. Let's use some Carmelite water, because that's a big, big one.
If Mortimer deliberately set a trap by showing the birth of Christ, then maybe the solution is the contrary. The death of Christ in that case?
Yeah, because I'm looking at the image and it looks kind of grotesque. Just from my viewpoint, like I can see something that looks a bit like a ghost, near Christ. It looks quite faded, and I don't know, an evil-looking angel or whatever, but I don't know.
You could see that the paint has come off in parts. Difficult to see what was there, but I can distinguish the letters N-R-I.
Oh.
Nothing more.
Can't see that.
Why, of course. They're part of the initials I-N-R-I that you can find on the cross of Jesus at his crucifixion. Why, of course. I-N-R-I. Jesus Nazarenus Rex Eudorum. These initials stand for Jesus the Nazarene, King of the Jews. This is the inscription which appears on the cross at the crucifixion of Jesus.
Right. Analyze the whole door.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions. Clearly, we have names of towns, Arabian numerals, and Roman numerals. There are 3 styles of writing, and I've got 3 nails. There must be a link. I must surely put in 1 nail per category.
Yeah. So 1 for, like, the writing, you know, say Bethlehem, 1 for the Roman numeral, and 1 for the number, I'm guessing.
These towns have one thing in common. They're all related to the life and death of Jesus. For example, Jordan is the place of the baptism of Christ.
Wait, what was
These
that at the
towns
end?
have one-
The baptism of Christ. But wasn't Bethlehem where he was born, or am I don't know. I'm just thinking of songs to do with Jesus Christ now, whilst I was young, which is kind of not really helping.
Cross is stuck in the mechanism. I can't do anything.
Okay. Sort to here. Oh, okay, not much help then. We can't ask her anything, which is fine. Can we get out of this awkward moment? I want to solve this puzzle, or am I stuck in this game because I can't move? This is very awkward. Wow, that was extremely awkward because I was stuck there for like 15 seconds. Towns. Jordan, start with that
Chapter
one.
1, verse 9. Jesus was baptized by John in Jordan on the 9th of Hesvan, 3852.
Okay. Find the equivalent in the Greater Bible.
Chapter 1, verse 9.
Oh, was that what just
And
read?
it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee, and was baptized by John in Jordan. And coming up out of the water, he saw the heavens opened, and the Spirit like a dove descending upon him.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the towns. Bethesda.
Chapter 5, verse 2. Jesus cures the sick and lame on the 8th of Adar, 3791, in Jerusalem, at the pool of Bethesda. All stand and fling away their canes. Chapter 5, verse 2. Now, there is at Jerusalem, by the sheep market, a pool, which is called, in the Hebrew tongue, Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of the blind, halting, and withered, waiting for the moving of the water. Jesus saith unto him, Rise, take up thy bed, and walk. And immediately the man was made whole, and took up his bed, and walked. And on the same day was the Sabbath.
Right, I don't think it's that one. So we've done Jordan, Bethesda. We haven't done Bethlehem, let's do that.
Chapter 2, verse 6. Jesus was born of Mary and Joseph on the 22nd of Taveth at midnight, 3762, in the village of Bethlehem. Chapter 2, verse 6. And so it was that, while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered of a child. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. Chapter 2, verse 6. Jesus was born of Mary and Joseph on the 22nd of Tebeth at midnight, 3762, in the village of Bethlehem.
Alright, so I don't think it's Bethlehem. Let's go for this one.
Chapter 3, verse 18. Words truly pronounced in Abagash. Chapter 3, verse 18. He that believeth in him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of have the feeling it might be where Jesus died.
Chapter 24, verse 3. Jesus rose from the dead on the 14th of Nisan, 3793, in Nazareth. He appeared with a halo above his head.
Ah.
Chapter 24, verse 3. But when they entered, they did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. While they were wondering about this, suddenly 2 men in clothes that gleamed like lightning stood beside them. In their fright, the women bowed down with their faces to the ground. But the men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here, he has risen. Remember how he told you while he was still with you in Galilee."
Right. That's quite a good lead, to be fair. Because that was kind of what I was hoping for, something to do with his death. Let's go that one.
Chapter 2, verse 2. Publius Sulpicius Quirinius was born in Lanuvium. Chapter 2, verse 2. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria. Chapter 7, verse 11. Jesus went to Nain. Chapter 7, verse 11. And it came to pass the day after that he went into a city called Nain, and many of his disciples went with him, and many people. Chapter 14, verse 22. On the 7th of Nisan, 3793, Jesus shared his Last Supper in the Cenacle in Jerusalem. Chapter 14, verse 22. And as they did eat, Jesus took bread and blessed and broke it, and gave to them and said, "Take, eat. This is my body." And he took the cup, and when he'd given thanks, he gave it to them, and they all drank of it.
So that's quite interesting. There's 2 like things here for the, was it hang on. This one, Jerusalem. So we've gone through all of the towns. I'm not really sure which one it would be. So hopefully the themes will shed some light. I'm not really sure what they're about. Okay, so we've got the baptism, crucifixion, judgment, supper. Next, thematics. Let's go for crucifixion.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head. Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst. Chapter 10, verse 30. I and the Father are one. Chapter 10, verse 30. I and my Father are one. Chapter 1, verse 9. Jesus was baptized by John in Jordan on the 9th of Hesvan, 3852. Chapter 1, verse 9. And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee, and was baptized by John in Jordan. And coming up out of the water, he saw the heavens opened, and the Spirit like a dove descending upon him.
So that baptism one may be the solution to that thing, but I need to ask her again. Before I actually do that, I want to ask her what she did, because nope. I want to ask her what she did.
What?
So she said she chose chapter 2, verse 6, and she chose Bethlehem for where Jesus was born, but it's not that. Yeah, she got it wrong. So if she said it opened a little, maybe she got one of them right. So if it is like the baptism,
Chapter 1.
yeah, chapter
verse
1,
9.
verse 9.
Jesus.
I don't know, it could be that one. Oh wow, there's more. Previous romantics, resurrection, miracles, birth, Trinity. Oh my gosh.
Chapter 24, verse 3. Jesus rose from the dead on the 14th of Nisan, 3793, in Nazareth. He appeared with a halo above his head.
Alright, I'm going to have a look at this circle again. Analyze it, and
If Mortimer deliberately set a trap by showing the birth of Christ, then maybe the solution is the contrary. The death of Christ in that case?
so maybe it could be like the life and death of Jesus. Maybe it could be the crucifixion then. So themes, crucifixion.
Chapter 19,
19 this.
verse 17.
Read again.
Chapter 19,
19
verse 17.
17.
Jesus.
Okay, so what I'm thinking now, if it's to do with the crucifixion, what I'm led to believe from what we've looked at, I'm going to insert the nails at Golgotha, and oh geez, Roman numerals. I'm not the best at Roman numerals, but I need 19. The I... oh gee, no it's not, hang on. Oh my gosh. No, it's IX, that's it. 9 is IX. See, I'm thinking of Final Fantasy now. 10 is X. So I need one with an X. So 9 is IX. So is it XIX? Is that right? XIX 19. And it said 17. Oh, have I done it? Guess the theme and then insert nails in the door. I think I got it. Oh, nice. Oh, what is that?
It works.
Well done, Louis. I hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
Right. Oh. Analyze the whole door. Oh, I'm not putting my arms in. No thanks.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions.
Oh, right, okay. Analyze the inside
There
wheels,
must
that's
surely
it.
be a connection between the wheels.
Okay, analyze the wheel of icons.
There are different icons on this wheel, but it looks like some of them can't be connected to the other wheels. I think I can make out each one of the icons apart from the one covered in blood. Going clockwise from the one I just mentioned, we have the halo that represents the resurrection. The waves represent the baptism of Jesus. It's more difficult to identify the next one. Maybe a crib, and in that case it's surely linked to the birth of Christ. the red herring that my mother followed. Then, the symbol represents the crown of thorns that Jesus wore during his crucifixion.
Okay.
The dove also represents the baptism. Certainly another red herring. Then comes the symbol of the Trinity. And finally, the candle that must stand for the Last Supper.
Okay, so I think what I need to do is probably link them up some way. Oh, the number icons.
Now, given the difference between the number of icons and the number of towns, I think that only one path connects all the wheels with one another. Let's try to connect the theme I've chosen with the rest.
Okay.
Mother, what do you think?
As I told you, I didn't get that far.
Wow.
Nevertheless, these icons do represent moments in the life of Christ.
Yeah. Okay. Go back. Analyze the wheel of the icons, wheel of the dates. Look at the mechanism.
Look at this. There are notches between each of the wheels. So, I have to link the name of the town from the theme I've chosen to an icon, then to a date, and finally, the date to the moon.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes it a bit easier now. So, the picture icons need to match up the towns, and the 1A, 3J, 8As need to match with the chapter, and then the verse is the moon, I'm guessing.
This wheel represents the different moons.
Yep.
The totally black moon corresponds to the new moon. So, going clockwise, we have the waning crescent, the last quarter, the waning gibbous, the full moon, the waxing gibbous, the first quarter, and lastly, the waxing crescent.
And that's quite funny that the full moon at the bottom is like full of blood, so wow.
In the occult sciences, we represent the full moon by an X. As for the dark moon, called the new moon, in cults, it's often associated with something harmful.
Yeah, it's covered in blood. I think that's everything then. Oh, dates.
This wheel contains several symbols made up of 1 or 2 figures and 1 letter. The highest figure does not exceed 31, and each letter corresponds to a month of the year. A for April, and M for March. I think these symbols must represent a specific date.
Oh no. Dates. Oh no. I'm not putting my hand in, thanks. Let's try analyze the
Let's
wheels.
see what combination corresponds to the chosen theme.
Oh wow. Let's go for that one.
According to the architect's notes in the armillary sphere, the moon during the crucifixion was a first quarter. That's the one with its left half in the light.
Okay. Could this be any help? Study the
During
sphere.
new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states: waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon. The moon shadow moves from west to east.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Next days. Oh my god. Align this to match the chosen fit. Then I pull the trigger. Oh my god. This is so in depth. It's crazy. I need to get every single detail right as well, otherwise I'm gonna mess it up. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is, with turning the wheel icons, I'm going to leave Golgotha on the crucifixion. So if I go off that now, you can see that Golgotha is pointing to the crucifixion symbol with the thorn crown thing that was put on Jesus. now I need to figure out the date that it happened. Okay, so I realised that there's like some dates on this sphere. So if I go to test the moon's cycles, I'm gonna look if there's anything for 30. Oh, there's not a date for it, is there? Oh, what? Oh, this is tricky. I don't even have the date that I can put. Oh my gosh. Alright, I can't remember what it was that I was able to figure it out. I can't remember, but I definitely captured it when I was looking through the options before, and it said there was like a half moon or something for when Jesus was crucified, I believe. So I can't remember how I did it. Here we go. This was how I was able to do it.
According to the architect's notes in the armillary sphere, the moon during the crucifixion was a first quarter.
First quarter.
That's the one with its left half in the light.
Yeah. Alright. Guess the right date.
By following the clues in the Bibles in the architect's notes, the crucifixion took place on the 8th of Nisan 3793, according to the astronomers of that time. That would correspond to March 26th in the year 33 on a modern calendar.
Oh my god. That was what I couldn't figure out, because 8th of Nisan, it wasn't on the sundial thing, so I was like, what? Oh my gosh. Guess the right icon? I don't really need that. So I kind of know what I need then. It's just the sun thing I'm not sure about. So it said 26th of March. Oh no, I did it wrong. No, I need to go back on the dials to turn them, duh. Right, so turn wheel of dates. I need 26th M? Yeah, I think that's right, because that's the only one. And that's pointing to the crucifixion. Now I need to turn the wheel of moons, and I need it at half. Okay. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go for it. I think that should be right. So, I guess I'm gonna put my hand in it. Ah, hide in your face. Oh, cool. That's really cool. Nice. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. So we've already got the nails inserted. Put your hand in. Whole wheel. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put my hand in. Oh gosh.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
Oh. Take out your arm, pull the lever. I think it's good. I think I'm okay. Oh.
I never doubted you, my
Yes.
son.
Nice one. Okay. Wow, that was so hard. Big head. Oh my god, that took me forever as well. I mean, you might be able to tell, but it's breaking daylight. You can tell how long I've been recording for. Oh my gosh. Nice. No alternative paths or failures. That's insanely good. So let's go through all the successes. I got all the keys that my mother asked for me to find. I found my mother's lost cross. I reviewed the conference results with Manuel Godoy. I found out that George Washington was still investigating the disappearance of my mother. Oh yeah. I unlocked the first wheel of the crypt door. I cracked the code of the crypt door. Yeah. Okay. Leveled up. Very good. And let's see. What do we have in our inventory? We have one for logic, one for science, and of course the amazing book that we've unlocked, Thoughts on Men in Society, which increases 3 skill points, which is awesome. So, I don't really want to increase politics too much, because that's going to be increased from the book. Manipulation, psychology, yeah, that as well. So I think it's probably good to say vigilance is alright if I level that up, so I'll do that. And what was the other one? Yeah, logic. Is that already? Yeah, that's already maxed out. So I think what I'm going to do is focus on these other skills. Probably the best thing to do would be to level one of these up to level 2, so I'll do that for linguistics. Alright, that's good. And let's have a look here. No new talents just yet, but I did see that we got a new A new trait, if I'm right. Yeah, it wasn't a talent, it was a trait. Okay. So let's go ahead and go forward, guys, validate, because I believe that's pretty much the end of episode 3. Yes, it is. Alright. So we unlocked that big door, and we successfully solved the puzzle. And that was really hard. Like, wow, that was testing my puzzle solving skills right there. If I didn't have enough points where I could analyze those dates and the moon and stuff, I would have been screwed. Thank goodness I got it right. Oh my gosh. Like, at first I thought maybe it's to do with the resurrection of Jesus Christ, because it's like a rebirth, I guess. Which kind of made sense, but then when I was going through the dialogue options, it's like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. But wow, we've done it, guys. I think this was a really good episode. Like, they just keep getting better and better. I'm very impressed so far. Like, it definitely hasn't taken the direction I thought it did. Like, oh my gosh. So much is going on. I love it. I love where the story's going. I'm so invested in this game. Like, I'm not giving this game up, honestly. Like, oh my gosh. Because that is the struggle with my content on my channel, is that not a lot of people want to see these types of games, or, you know, probably they're not mature enough for my viewers, but at the same time, I just don't want to do all-out Sonic content. That's just not me. I'm a gamer at heart. I mean, I love the Sonic franchise. I've loved it for over a decade, and honestly, I love the series, but I could not play it every single day and upload it non-stop. I think I'd go mad. So I love how these types of games, like the Council and the other games that I played in the past, like Life is Strange and Star Ocean and all those episodes, and even Final Fantasy, they've, you know, piqued my interest as a gamer, and they haven't made me go insane. And this is definitely one of those games that make me go insane in a good way, because I love the story. It's so good. I can't wait for more for this game. And there's only 2 more episodes left, which is kind of scary. Oh my gosh. And the final chapters were Face to Face and the Trail of Faith. Oh, wow. And as you can tell, episode 4 is coming soon. Hopefully very, very soon. So guys, if you have enjoyed episode 3 Ripples of the Council, go ahead and leave a like. Let me know what you think of this game in the comments down below. And as well, don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. It really supports my channel. I really appreciate it. Also, hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date on all of my content. I really appreciate it, guys. So for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you when we will be playing the next episode, which will be episode 4 of the Council. Until then, guys, see ya!